moving on to kind of a bit of a sadder story is the photos emerging in the Daily Mail. I've taken photos of Kate Cassidy, Liam Payne's ex-girlfriend. She's been walking around a bit teary, walking around London. And as you know, reporters for The Sun, you guys obviously follow a lot of showbiz, a lot of entertainment, not just TV. Is there an update on how she's going? It's been a week and a half, I think, since his funeral.
Yeah, so one of our Sun reporters, Jack Hardwick's really across this story. He sort of followed it from the beginning. And I think that what we need to remember about Kate, we obviously last saw her at the funeral, and everyone was surprised because she was with Damien Hurley, Liz Hurley's son. And how are they even friends?
Exactly.
So she's actually staying at Damien's house in London.
Oh.
They met on the celebrity circuit and became incredibly good friends. And he has given her essentially a roof over her head. Because what people are forgetting is that Kate and Liam lived in a rented house together in Florida. They've been there for a few months now. And that's now gone back on the market because Kate can't afford that house by herself, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
So she's not just lost her partner that, you know, she shared, they were hoping to have a future together and get married. She's lost her home. She's lost her entire future. And, you know, I do feel sorry for her because the One Direction fans, they're super protective of Liam and people wondered about Kate and her integrity and that kind of thing. But I just feel so sorry for her.
Oh, imagine going through that shift when you've lost your partner who you thought you'd be with for the rest of your life to drugs and then falling off a balcony and then having to kind of, I guess, just uproot your life. And Liam's obviously from England and she's American. To have this kind of pull between both countries and to not have a home in London and to not then have a home that you can afford, the home that you shared with the person.
Can you imagine?
Oh, I feel so sorry for her, especially, you know, obviously media was at the funeral, but keeping a respectful distance.
It feels unreal. Like we're talking about it now and it's like it's not actually happened. But I don't know what you two think, but like when we're talking about the fact that Liam has gone.
Yeah.
I can't quite believe it. Do you know what I mean? It's just so... I think because he wasn't fully in our lives in the same way as he was when he was perhaps in 1D.
Yeah.
You know, it's that thing, you know, you expect him to pop up somewhere, but he you know, we'll never see him again. That's just absolutely tragic.
It is so... And I can understand... I mean, I wasn't a huge One Direction fan. I love a lot of their songs, but I wouldn't say I was like a Directioner, like I was with like the Jonas Brothers or whatever. But you can understand why fans feel so defeated still, even like over a month, whatever, 6 weeks or something it's been. Like they feel they're constantly tweeting, constantly commenting, constantly talking about how much they miss him. I'm pretty sure there's vigils still going on. Yeah.
And then there's been other news this week that, you know, again, unsubstantiated potential rumours, reports, that they thought that he fell off the balcony trying to escape somehow from his hotel room, and that it's gone wrong. You know, basically he's tried to do what he used to do in his One Direction days, apparently, where he used to be in a hotel room and there'd be fans outside or that kind of thing.
Oh,
and
okay.
that's what he's trying to escape. Sorry, and maybe in whatever state he was in, that the other that he thought that there were fans outside or something like that. He's tried to escape and it's gone horribly wrong, obviously. But if that's the case, it just adds tragedy on tragedy, doesn't it? You just think, you know, I still can't quite believe it, and I don't think this will ever really hit home to anybody for years to come.
And I just think obviously it is so tragic for like a mother and son to lose their mother and father to lose their son. But I just think there's something about a girlfriend losing her partner or vice versa that just kind of like everyone can understand that.
I think this is one of the other things that we're hearing from Kate's side is that she so for example, it was only Damien that mentioned Kate in his sort of Instagram tribute to Liam, and she has almost been completely whitewashed from the picture in many ways because, you know, of course there's Bear and Cheryl and all that kind of thing, but it's when she sort of spoke about how they were going to get engaged and all that kind of things, a lot of people thought that was quite crass and sharing the notes that they'd written to each other, but there's a part of her that clearly felt like she needed to legitimize what they had. And you know, I do feel really sorry for her, and I can see why she wants to do that, because the fans particularly, you know, they don't really seem to care about her.
And there's no textbook to grieving. You know, like we do this. As society, you do this thing where you think there's a way there's a certain way people should handle it, especially in the public eye, and it's just like they're all just humans, and she's clearly struggling, as we saw from those photos.